What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're back with the exact same car. After the headlight swap, it's looking much nicer now. We're actually going to get into the main primary point as to why I have this car in the first place, which is a Swirl valve delete. Okay. In principle, it's quite a simple thing. BMW decided, why not put a ticking time bomb in our engine bay? So these Swirl valves have a tendency, it's completely random, to snap off, get sucked through the intake system, straight into the cylinders, and boom, that's your engine goodbye, especially for an older car like this. Probably the whole car goodbye, to be fair. But yeah, kit is quite simple. Just a little delete to, when you take the valves out, put these on top, bolt them in. You're good as good, and you just move on. Yeah, so I'm gonna get started with this one. Shouldn't take too long. It's one of those where if you have the right tools, you'll get quite far. And I've invested in a nice toolkit set. I'll just show you guys. Got a nice array of, I don't even know what I'm going to do with half of these tools, but it is what it is. They'll come in handy. But yeah, obviously once you get your hood popped up, we'll get right into the job. So to get started, where you want to go is, I have a few things I've already taken off. There's a cover here that's gone, and there's the main AC filter that's also been taken off already. So you want to take those two off, and then the cover on this side. So final goal, this intake manifold is what we're trying to get to. So as you can see, these brace struts will need to be loosened there. And then these 4 bolts, as I've done the back ones already, sorry, bad camera work, those there as well. So I'm going to time lapse this. I know you guys want to see my pretty face, but in fast motion. So I will oblige. Okay, I'm going to get to it. And yeah, here we go.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web.
Now, little trick I learned, so you keep track of bolts, you don't have to have a bowl for everything. Try and put anything you take off back into the hole, if it's possible, where you threaded it out from. So, put these 2 back in the corner. Right, so guys, once you get that off, as you can see, there is a, I don't know if any of you have done this before, there is a second cover plate, which I got off last time. So last time I recorded this video, wasn't that good, was missing a tool, hence the new tool set. So there is a step that is missing, but there's a cover plate here, which is about 10mm bolts to get off. But once you get to this stage, the next we're aiming for is to get the EGR valve off, and we need to give ourselves some more space. So the intake from the grill has to go, so just simple star bolts there. So I'll just remove that.
I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Wait, God, I've got to see. Spend all my life.
Now I have some more space. So this is the EGR valve. So you're gonna need to undo this clip, pop this off, and then we can get to the bolts around and then aim for the intake manifold next. And I recommend, once you get to this stage, if you're not wearing gloves, which I had at the start, then I forgot to put on, put them on. Yeah, this thing, I don't know about your cars, but it's gotten very oily. I don't know if anyone can tell me in the comment section if it's meant to be that oily. If not, there might be another problem we need to investigate. It's not my daily driver, so I don't know how it's meant to perform. Yeah, as you can see, clip pops off quite easily. And then that's it. I know, right? That step looks a lot more complicated, but this is what I got to last time. This is where I ran into a little bit of a hiccup. And what happened was, there's some bolts for here, and I did not have the equipment to get to it, but now I do. So happy days. Actually, you can just leave the clip down here. It doesn't really get in the way. There we go. Just try and make some room. And we're gonna go for those. So I've been struggling a little bit off cam. These 4 bolts are arguably in the worst location I have encountered so far in my life. So the bottom one took a bit of, bottom left took a bit of finessing, but I got that one loose. I'm gonna take the 2 top ones off and see if I can wiggle it and see if I can get to the bottom one on the right hand side after that. But yeah, if you don't have the right tools, you do have to make a Frankenstein of sorts. There's the longest extender that I could build out of the tools available to me, so hopefully this is enough, but we'll come to find out.
Upon the web, I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in.
No, it's not. Yes. So what happened is, am I still recording? Yes, I am. What happened is the oil leak for 50,000 years had seeped into the bolt, so it just kept rounding out when I kept going to it. So I had to give it a bit of loving, a little bit of, and we're good. Yay. On to the next one. Tip that I've just discovered. Since the one at the bottom there is most likely gonna drop because I've loosened it a bit, I'm gonna use the same hammering technique to get this in firm. So when the bolt comes out, it stays on this. So at least they're together, increasing my chances of not losing them. Oh, come on. Nothing too crazy, just a little love tap, Another one retrieved. That was the last one. Now, show you guys what's next. So what we're aiming for next is these clips right here. So this clip and this clip in the corner down there. My camera work is atrocious, but it is what it is. Once you get them off, you can get the swirl valve, you can get the EGR valve off as one complete unit. Should I be concerned? Wait. Oh, okay. So there's already been an EGR delete on this, so the EGR valve was not even connected. Oh, I just picked that up and it just fell into my hands. I was like, have I had amnesia? Did I undo this without remembering? No, we're good. Hope you guys are having a smoother ride than me if you're attempting this. Okay, this clip also shouldn't have come out. I'm gonna put that to the side and put it back on properly when the whole thing goes back together. Now what you want to aim for is just get the hose that's connected to this disconnected. One disgusting oily covered EGR valve. We'll try and give this a clean before we put it back on. Fully disconnected. Okay. Next stage, we're getting close. I can taste it, but not in a good way, because actually it doesn't smell that bad. But I can taste success. Let's get this spray off. Now, I've gotten pretty lucky, but I managed to work around this. But it looks like I've got to the point where this now has to come off because I need to get to the bolts underneath. So it's just be careful with it. Obviously, try not to break it if you can. But good old plastic. Just work your way around it. And honestly, never taken this one off before. I was actively avoiding it because I was like, if I break it, it won't be fun. Oh, okay. There we go. It's not rocket science, people. I really don't want to use a Phillips on this. Success. Okay. Low water break. It's hot out here. 22 degrees. I love the heat. Love working in it, but if I don't drink water, I do get a headache. Now, my Armstrong has his Y food. I have Tesco natural spring water. What can I say? Bougie. We're up in levels out here. So after you get the plastic brace off, what you want to do is you want to target these intake manifold bolts here. Just loosen all of them. And then, yeah. Of course I'm missing one. Come look at this nonsense. So, bit of a struggle, but I was like, managed to get to these ones quite easy. I'm like, oh, there's one tucked back here. Tucked right there. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be hard to get. It's fine. Wiggle through. I'm like, oh, finally done. Come to find another one. Well, 1 second. Come to find one last one back there. Yep, right there. That's gonna be fun. Now, to get to this last and final bolt right in that corner, you're gonna need what I like to call the L neck. Probably has a real name, but today it's called the L neck. Don't question me. Bite me in the comment section. Get your neck on. Get to the back corner. That's probably why the L neck doesn't work. But you know, it looks like it was gonna work, so we'll try it. Scratch that. You will now get a bendy neck. Both the L neck and the bendy neck have failed me. I couldn't find a bendy neck that would work. So going back to old school. Me with a spanner, hopes and dreams, no tears. Let's see if I can get this bad boy on. Oh, I don't want to lose a spanner. I really don't want to lose a spanner. Oh, it's no leverage whatsoever. Okay, so after you cry for 50,000 years to get that out, you then want to come, and there's going to be a bolt here, a bolt at the back, and the O2 sensor back there. Disconnect them, and this should be ready to come off. Yay! And then you got to do all of it in reverse. How exciting! I'm just kidding, guys. I'm used to this. I love working on cars. This beats an office a million times out of 10. It's just, you get frustrated, you don't get the victory, and you're like, hey! And then you go, crap, I gotta do that again. So, when you do it again and get to the end, then you can celebrate, sit down, bask in the glory of a modification that does nothing to the car, so you can't really tell it's there, but who cares? It is what it is. It is what it is.
Can I be your superhero?
So, there is actually 3 more bolts in each of these chambers. They're an 11mm, same as the one at the front. You got to get them out as well before the top actually comes off. So
You take the light with you and you go. You're not coming knocking on my door now. I try to lie.
finally got the bolt in this corner. Oh, not the bolt, the bracket off. And then there was a bolt at the back which took a phenomenal amount of time to get off, but we just don't got to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Don't ask me in the comments how I got it off. It's got PTSD. Let's just pretend we're here now. So we've got to a stage where it's nearly trying to come off, but there's a cable down here that you have to unclip. And I'm going to time lapse it because I have no idea how long it's going to take me.
Was it always so? 'Cause nothing feels the same anymore. I've seen this.
Yep, that's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing now. It's gonna be fun. Here we go. Told you I love and hate this engine bay. This is the love part. So as you can see, guys, 50 years of battle finally out. Whew. That took way longer than intended, but it is what it is. A few cracked pipes, that isn't like the rubber on the ends when I was trying to get them off. It is an old car, but there she is. I think that's kind of pretty. Yeah, not pretty from your angle, but it's pretty in its own light, you know, with appreciation, you know. But yeah, I'll get this on the table and then we'll dissect it. Okay, guys, so this is the Swirl valve in all its majesty. So once you get it out, although these bolts stay in place, these inserts do like to fall. So I suggest tip it upside down gently. Should have 5 of them in total. The 2 in the back, sorry, 1 in the back, 1 in the front, 3 in the middle, and then that's it. Okay, let's go flip it around and you'll see what we're working with. One of the gaskets, rubber seals, fell out whilst I was taking it out, but there's the other 3. There are luckily replacements for these. If they're a bit stiff, don't force them. You don't want any to rip it and get stuck in there. So what I'll do is I will get a flathead. Flathead Mechanic's best friend. And they're gonna be covered in oil. So after you get these valves out, not valves, sorry, seals, what you want to aim for are these small ones on the top here. Now if you have little grip pliers, they're helpful, but I don't, so I'm gonna have to struggle with a flat head. But a mini flat head is even better. Oh no, it's not, depends what you use it for.
Before I didn't I do more, now I'm picking up the pieces from the floor.
Okay. Okay, so after you get the 4 seals from the round sections and the 4 from the square, what you want to do is we want to go for these T20 Torx. What we want to do is we're going to take the actuator off first. So what the actuator actually does, guys, so you get a better understanding of what we're trying to, a little bit of a vehicle, what we're trying to solve here is, so as the actuator moves back and forwards, it shuts and closes 12 flaps. And those are the little suckers that like to fall into the engine. Okay, so let's get these off.
Could we just ignore our problems, now they pour out, filling up the room with silence. Can you be my nightlight, and I'll be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? I'm sorry.
After you get the bolts off, you'll find that this one is quite hard to get to. You just have to unclip the railing to be able to get to it. So the railing just kind of pops off. Just have to give it a bit of friendly adjustment. And you can get to the last one. So now you want to do is you want to pop these valves out from the top. I've already loosened this one, so it's easy, but I'll show you on the next one. Just go in the middle first, bit of pressure, and go on the edges. Bit more, just like that. On the edges, and then last one. Probably the only bit of this video that I won't have to time lapse. There we go. So moving on. So what we need to do now is to plug up these holes with the Swirl blanking kits. So in here you should have all you need. Okay, look like this. Doesn't really matter which orientation they go in. Symmetrical. Pop it in.
Taking me a while, I'm trying to figure out.
And using the same T20s that you used, do it in reverse and just lock them back in.
Who I am. The city lights are keeping me up at night, so I don't even bother going to bed. I'm tired of wasting away my time.
Now, after getting these bolted up lovely and smoothly, well, I'm nearly at the end, guys. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. You want to refit your seals.
I would give up everything to be.
With how dirty those other seals were, you'd almost forget that they were black. And then lastly, this is the other seal that I didn't take off, but it does come with a replacement, so you may as well do it.
Oh, I miss the days when you were mine.
Clean. There we go. 12 hours back on. So now I have to do all of this in reverse. Okay. Time to time lapse this for you guys. Obviously, make sure you put the little inserts that fell out from the start back in, and then wiggle it on top. And hopefully, it's much easier to slide back in than it was to get out. Slight near mistake. Put these on after you get it on, because they just push up to the top and then they fall out. Managed to catch mine, but you might not be so lucky.
You're a superhero. I know right to tell you what my feelings were like. I'm usually not the one to try to swallow my pride. Oh my, oh, what you doing to me? Ice cold veins when you cut me deep up.
Finally, once you get the intake back on, you bolt them all down. Time to get this plastic piece back on. Don't forget it. It's quite important for securing those two lines. I'm not completely sure what they do, so if someone does, feel free to give me a heads up. But you know, they came encased, they will return encased.
I feel like I'm losing it. Oh, why is it so hard for me to breathe now? Can you be my nightlight? And I'll be your superhero.
Try to give the EGR valve the best of a cleanup as I can. You know, it's okay, nothing too. But you think it's not functional, so it doesn't matter if it's the prettiest. But it's time to get this back in, and then we're getting close. We're getting close. Rebuild your Frankenstein tool because the bottom ones are hard to get to. Apologies. But yeah, rebuild it and then get to it.
Superhero. Can I be your superhero? I'm sorry if it's taking me a while. I'm trying to figure out who I am. City lights are keeping me up at night, so I don't even bother going to bed. I'm tired of wasting away my time. I would give up everything to be near you. Oh, I miss the days when you were mine, but I can be your superhero.
Okay, just reached a very exciting stage. Okay, everything that is critical for the car to start, as far as I'm concerned, is plugged in. Okay, now I'm gonna open the front, start it up, connect the battery again. I don't know if I told you guys to start, probably should have disconnected the battery, but there's not too many electrical things you have to disconnect. So if you didn't, it's not the end of the world, but ideally, when working on plugs and stuff, I'll disconnect battery. I'm gonna reconnect it, start it up, and yeah, crossed. We got this. Started up like a dream. I didn't even mean to. I went to put it in standby mode, but it just came on. Happy days. Well, sounds like a diesel, kicks like a diesel, hopefully drives like one. Happy days. Well, that went very well, luckily. She runs, she starts, she sounds good. I can hear the air moving a lot more now. And I don't know if that's a consequence of the valves being gone, so there's no restriction, so the car just breathes better, or if there's something missing. We're just gonna have to find out on the drive and see how she handles, but she idles good. Starts up well, starts up quick, so I'll get the rest of the cosmetic parts, the brace and the other stuff back on, time lapse it again, and then take it out for a drive, see how she handles. And just like that, it's done. Last plastic piece back in, and it's like no one was ever here. I'd say as good as OEM, but 100% there's been several touch-ups, let's say, or tunes down to the side. I wouldn't say, I don't think it has a tune, but definitely EGR valve work and other lines here and there have been touched, but whoever did it maybe knew what they were doing. The car seems to be okay. I don't want to judge yet. I am going to take it for a drive now. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But guys, don't forget to like, please, subscribe, comment down below. I'm gonna try and get as many videos out as I can. I'm learning along. I'm by no means a professional yet. You know, you're not professional till you get there. And one day I would like to be able to say, yeah, if it has a hood, has an engine, I can bring it back to life. But yeah, looking to get a convertible as soon as possible. Get something a little summer project. Nothing with too much work on it. But hope you guys stick around. But that's the chapter on this one. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome to the interior of the car. Oh, it's acoustics a bit different in here. So I like the way I sound. Yeah, I thought, I'll bring you guys into the interior shot. You can have a look. See if you have any ideas of what I can do to the inside of this car. Steering wheel, I think personally needs a change. I think this is extremely dated. It is an older car. It's got what I like to call the pregnancy wheel. Looks almost like third trimester. But yeah, as you can see from the inside view, car starts up. Oh, absolutely brilliantly. Immediate, easy startup. Sounds heavy, but not in a bad way. It's got a warning light. Yeah, and we're good. Nothing else. Warning light for, probably should explain. Warning light for one of the bulbs. I believe one of the bulbs has been out for a while. Okay, drive was gorgeous, absolutely perfect. Just a tire pressure warning light, but I expected that to happen when this car sits for a while. Tires aren't the best, so I'm gonna probably do that next, to be fair, and looking at it. Also found a new problem, which is quite nice because I know where I'm gonna go with this. I think there is a fuse fault within the climate control system because the AC is stuck on permanent windshield, and it's also always blowing hot no matter where you put it, and when you change the angle of attack as well, it doesn't switch. So I think this is kaput. It happened in my Ford Focus where when I changed that unit, everything went back to normal, so I hope that's the same thing with this. Shouldn't take too long, but yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, peace out guys.